when you have the penalties that we had to kind of knock us back a lot offensively, defensively, penalty in the end zone, you turn the ball over 3 times, that's tough to win in this league. It's tough enough to win, but when you put yourself in position where you're helping the opponent, like that's just not a good recipe for winning football. So until we clean up the things we can clean up, right, then we play winning football, then we'll have a chance to turn it around. But again, man, we're close. That's what it is. We're close, but close isn't good enough. So we got to pick it up and find a way to get a win.
We go on the turnovers. Just there in the fourth quarter, did you feel like literally if you could have held on to the ball there that one of those drives would pay it off and you guys?
Yeah, for sure. We're going down to score. I mean, we give the ball to one of our best players, Nico. We trust him with the football. He knows it. I know he hates it more than anyone else to have the ball, taken away from him there. So that was tough. We felt the momentum shift there when we hit the big touchdown and we're driving down and we're in position to drive and score again, and you give the ball away, right, in the plus territory in the red zone. That's hard.
Well, what did you your viewpoint, what did you kind of see on that last interception?
Yeah, the last interception, we got beat off the edge, right, and the defender hit C.J. arm, ball went up in the air, and they made a play on the football. Guy made a good catch there. They made a play there to finish the game.
Through 3 games, obviously a lot of eyes are on the offense. From your viewpoint, how has it gotten worse than it was last year to start last year? You guys averaged way more points, especially through the first 3 games, less turnovers right now. You guys haven't cracked over 20. How has the offense gotten worse for all the changes that you guys have made?
Yeah, we're in this thing together, and we got to figure it all out. So we're all in this thing trying to make sure we figure out what works for us. How do we find success on the offensive side of the football, right, to continue to sustain drives and score points. We understand where we are, and we got the guys, we got the right people to get it fixed. We just got to get it fixed and play cleaner.
Conversations with Nick Haley, did you try to get the offense going? What's that communication like, and what do you feel like is the plan? What were you guys trying to accomplish on offense with Nick today?
Yeah, for us, offensively, we're trying to just make sure we sustain positive drives. That's the thing, right? We've had games, the previous games, where we've gone backwards, whether that be penalty or, not operating with enough urgency. But today I thought we were clean with operation. We just didn't make enough plays, right? But you didn't make enough plays, and then we have penalties that kind of put us back in 2nd and long, 3rd and long. We have to get past that. And as soon as we get past that, then we can see, how good of an offense we can be.
When you talk about not making plays and penalties, where do you park that on?
Yeah, it all starts, first off, it starts with me, right? I got to clean it up. If we continue to make penalties, like silly penalties, it starts with me. So I got to do a better job of coaching, so we can understand how to play the right way and don't hurt ourselves.
Does this surprise you that your team is making penalties like this?
Yeah, some of the penalties it's not what we coach to do. And again, penalties come from poor technique. So it's not a matter of guys are trying to make penalties, but we just got to clean up with how we're playing the technique the proper way. You play the technique right, and you eliminate penalties.
The rotation at guard with that, is that an evaluation kind of thing?
Yeah, we wanted to get juice. We wanted to get juice in a little bit there for Lakin. Just wanted to roll those guys, see how that's going. So we wanted to roll those guys. That was our plan going into the week.
A few more?
Derek Stingley Jr., do you have an update?
Yeah, Stingley had an oblique injury. He'll be day-to-day. We'll see how he progresses throughout the week.
How would you evaluate Nick Haley's performance so far?
Yeah, for our offense, right, overall, we're all in this thing together, right? Of course, we want to play better offensively, right? We all are sticking together. We got to find a way to make sure we figure it out, and we will, because I know we have the right people, right? We got the right staff. We got the right players. We just got to figure it all out, and we got to go show it. It's not me saying it. We just got to go show it, and that's when we'll see the improvement.
It seems like you just go back a couple of years, when CJ was the backup quarterback, things felt not necessarily easier, but there were a lot more explosives consistently. This year, it just hasn't felt as many throughout this season. What can you guys just do to kind of get that explosiveness that CJ obviously can lead an offense to back on track?
Yeah, we hit an explosive today to Nico for a touchdown, right? We had another one on the over route that we just missed the throw and catch a little bit. So the explosives are there. We got the guys to get the explosives. We haven't connected on as many. I understand that, but we've hit one today as well.
Do you feel like you could have done that a little bit earlier, connecting on that type of explosive play?
I feel like we ran our offense how we ran it. If we made the plays that we made in the game, right? We called it how we called it. We can't control what's happened now. You always look back at the film. You'll go back and analyze it and see, okay, what could we have done better? What could we have done different here or there? And that's why you review the game and see how you make improvements the next week.
Mika, are you discouraged by the way your team is playing in addition to the 0-3?
Yeah, I am not discouraged by my team, right? We played with outstanding effort today. We played with the resolve to give ourselves a chance to come back and win the game. And again, it's another fourth quarter drive, and that's the first 3 games. So am I discouraged? No. We've been in all 3 ball games, right? We've had opportunities in the fourth quarter, right? 2 times offensively to go and end the game, 1 time defensively, and we didn't make those plays to win the game. So our team is right there, despite how it looks, how it feels. Do we want to be 0-3? No, we don't want to be 0-3, right? But until we play cleaner ball and we find a way to finish and get on the winning side in the fourth quarter, that's when we'll get in the win column.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you guys.
A little bit of both. They played some good coverage, and I tried to take what they gave me in the first half, and that play kind of just popped. So it's a good play. But yeah, that's kind of how the first half went compared to the second.
For you guys, what was the most frustrating part about it? Was it penalties or just knowing that y'all are better than maybe what y'all showed, or what do you think?
I think it has to go together. Like the penalties are part of us, knowing that we're better, but also, we can play a lot better. I could play a lot better. We got to help. Our defense has been holding up. We got to, able to help them. So, yeah, it's not easy, but yeah, we just got to do better.
After you start the season, just how do you guys kind of right the ship from here?
Just move forward. Got to fix some mistakes and just keep going forward.
Nico was, obviously not pleased with that fumble. I guess, how do you all? He had made those mistakes in the past, so how do you all kind of work through that in particular?
I just got to pick them up, just like they picked me up. I threw an interception, and everybody was, helping me out on the sideline, keeping my spirits up, and same thing for him. We know, he knows that, well, we all know he doesn't really do that, So it's just something we got to just coach up, and whatever happened, we got to just fix. And yeah, he's a heck of a player, and yeah, my faith is in him like everybody else's. So just got to pick him up, and I'm sure that we'll get that fixed.
Do you feel like that touchdown to Nico could have been like that jump starter that could have been, because from that moment on, the offense was kind of moving up and down pretty efficiently. Do you feel like that play, obviously outside of turnovers, was kind of like a jump starter for the offense?
Yeah, definitely. Whenever you can make a big play, you could start calling everything, and that was the first time we kind of hit one other than, a go ball last week, which isn't really like a design play. This league is hard to, take what they give you time and time and time after again. And, that's what this league has come into with all the too high zone coverage. And so, yeah, that play kind of opened everything up, and we started moving the ball really well after that.
On that last play, obviously, your arm got hit. What were you just kind of seeing on when you just kind of going through that coverage and obviously trying to get the ball to Kirk down the middle? Obviously, the ball got tipped. What were you just kind of seeing on that play?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they went to like this two-man kind of coverage, and I thought, Kirk was open. I thought we maybe would have scored. And like you said, my arm got tipped, so unfortunate there. I made a good play, and, that's the NFL. It's like 2-inch margins, and, yeah, it just sucks because I thought I had CK down the middle, and I thought we had a good drive. We're moving the ball pretty well. So, it's unfortunate.
What was D'Amico's message in the locker room after the game, and how do you all grapple with getting things on track after going through the start?
Just fixing the issues. We're really close, and that's the problem is that we just keep, reiterating that we're close, and, now it's time to, fix the issues and, be honest with one another. So, his message is just, we're going to keep having these results if we don't finish and we don't, take care of the ball and just do the small things. Because the effort's there, the physicality. Now it's just the execution.
It's tough looking at the bright side after a loss, but what are some of the good things that you guys are doing on offense today?
I thought we ran the ball well. I thought we somewhat threw it well. It's always better than what you think, but when you lose, of course, it's not good enough. So, yeah, there's the sun will rise up tomorrow, and we'll be able to go back to work. So that's a positive, and you got to just keep going forward. Everybody's gonna talk crazy like they've been doing, and have these analyses, and rightfully so. That's NFL. You give them an inch, they'll take a mile. So we got to be able to stay together, stick together, stay as a family, stay as a brotherhood, and try to get these things fixed. Because it's a long season. It's, sucks that you start 0-3, but it can be flipped. So
Thank you.
Thank you.